Hello everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks very much for joining me. Today I want to give you an update on the recipe card box. When I did the assembly tutorial a few weeks back, there was something that I did not do in the tutorial which I did not realise, and I'd like to apologise to you for that. So I have the recipe card box here, and I'll go through with you now what it was that I missed in the original tutorial. So you can see the recipe cards here, and they're in those little holders inside the recipe card holder. And when you take mine out, you can see that they are not attached. They just all come out all together. Now, Nicole did not intend them to be like this, so I want to show you how Nicole intended them to be. These little holders are supposed to be attached to the base here. So I'll put those ones to the side and I'll use them for another project. And I've gone ahead and I've cut another 12 of them, and I've gone ahead and put the decorative panels on them as well. So I have them here, and I'll go through putting these together so that you can see. So there's a glue tab here on the side and there's a glue tab along the bottom, and I've put the double-sided tape on the underneath side of that long one. And then I'm going to remove the backings off this smaller glue tab, and this will close up against that side like so. And the other glue tab stays on the outside, gets folded out like so, and that is what's going to attach this holder to the base of the recipe card holder box, like so. This is the way that Nicole has intended it to be. And when I do my assembly tutorials for Nicole, I like to make sure that I put these projects together in the way that she intends them to be from when she does the design. So I do have to admit that I did drop the ball on that tutorial that I did earlier for this recipe card box. And it's not to say that what I did in the previous assembly tutorial was incorrect or wrong. It just isn't how Nicole intended it to be. And like I said, I pride myself in making sure that I represent Nicole's projects in the way that she intends them to be. But you can always put your own spin on projects and do other options. That's completely up to you. What you do in your craft room is entirely up to you. But I like to make sure that I show these products and do the tutorials in the way that Nicole intends them to be shown. So I'm putting this one in place. You can see that I took the backings off the glue tab, and I'm just positioning this into the base of the recipe card holder like so. And I'm making sure that it's central so that when I go to put that lid back on, it will fit. Just getting my burnishing tool to press that down in place. And then I'll go ahead and I'll start putting the others into place in the same way. And whilst I'm doing that, I am going to offer you an excuse as to why I did drop the ball on the original tutorial for this. And it would be because of the lid. When I designed that lid, that did take up all of my focus and concentration. And that's why I totally missed that these recipe card holders go in place like so. But again, if you like it the other way, you can do that too. It's entirely up to you. When I realised that I hadn't done it in the way Nicole had intended it to be, I was very concerned, and I thought I really want the crafters to be able to see how Nicole intends it to be. Nicole puts so much time and effort into these designs, and I know when I have tried to do designing myself over the years, it's very, very tricky. It's very time consuming, and it's a lot of hard work on your brain, let me tell you. Nicole has a very smart brain for this designing. And the very least I can do for her with the tutorials is to make sure that I do the projects in the way that she designs them and in the way she intends them to be. So again, I apologise to the crafters that I did drop the ball on that last tutorial. But again, you can do it the other way if you want. That's why I didn't delete the video. I've left it there, and this is an addition to that video. And I'll put links in both videos so that you can see both options. So you can see I'm just working my way through here, sticking these little recipe card holders in place on the base of the holder box. So I'm just getting to a point here where I'm thinking that I might not have enough room, so I'm just going to maneuver these other ones around to make room for this last one. So I'm just moving them around, and then I'm going to burnish as well, making sure that I'm going to get a little bit of extra room to get that last one in. And that's fit in up there just nicely. So I'll just press all these down in place, and now all these recipe card holders are in place in the base of the recipe card holder in the way Nicole has intended it to be. And I'm just checking to make sure that my lid is going to go on properly and it fits still just the same as before. So if you use a lid, it will fit with the recipe card holders. So I'm going to pop my recipe cards into the holders, just putting them into place. And this works very well. And it fits the 12 in nicely. And if you wanted to get one from at the back and put it at the front whilst you're baking or cooking or whatever, you can do that too. And they're quite secure in there and they won't fall out. Even if you give it a little bit of a jiggle, it's nice and secure. And I'm just bringing the lid back in to make sure that it's going to fit with the recipe cards in it, and it does. And then I'll put the bow back on, and the bow is really good for holding the lid on if I wanted to gift this recipe card box to somebody. So that's my tutorial finished for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. And again, crafters, I do apologise for dropping the ball on the original assembly tutorial for this recipe card box. I will link this tutorial to the original one and vice versa. Thanks very much for watching today. Have a great day, and until next time, it's bye for now.